Thanks very much. 2 days after Sahara India Limited decided to snap all cricketing ties, the Board of Cricket Control in India has got into the act and decided to try and smoke the peace pipe. Remember, in an interview to CNNIBN on Monday evening, BCCI President N. Srinivasan indicated that the cricketing body has an open mind, is ready to hold talks with Sahara. Sahara India on Saturday had decided to snap all cricketing ties, exiting from the IPL club Pune Warriors. Sahara wants the BCCI to allow it to buy 5 players with the first right to choose them and pay less franchise fees. Let's first hear what BCCI Chief N. Srinivasan told CNNIBN yesterday.
We already issued a press release on the same day that we will have a discussion with Sahara, which is what we hope to do. We have an open mind. Dialogue will begin as early as possible, yes. And I am quite hopeful also.
And joining me now is Sahara India's managing worker and chairman, Subrata Roy Sahara, joins us. Appreciate your joining us, Subrata Roy Sahara. The big question, of course, is you've heard the BCCI president saying he's got an open mind, he's ready for a dialogue. Are you also willing to reach out and try and settle this? Are you looking for a reconciliation with the Indian Cricket Board?
I really can't say at this stage that what are the things which can be reconciled. Because you have to appreciate one thing. We have already announced a huge plan of social work,
yes,
including development of sports throughout the country, which will involve almost 1,000 crores of rupees. So I'm nothing against anybody, nothing against anything. I'm also with the open mind.
You
but
have an open mind.
Concern is there.
You have an open mind.
I'm open mind. I have open mind, and for certain concerns, the first concern is that our players this year should not be deprived of playing IPL. This will be really bad for them. It's important that they should play. I have already requested BCCI to get any organization fast so that they can play this IPL also. So we'll discuss about all this. I don't want that BCCI should be in problem in any manner. Our team should not be in problem in any manner. I'm sure when we'll say it, we'll come out with good solution. The objective is that everything should go on smoothly, properly, and even the sponsorship, if you talk about 10 years back, it was difficult. But now cricket is very rich. And there are many people who are definitely very much interested to be as a sponsor. I don't think there will be a problem, but I have promised them.
Yes.
I'm not going to walk out till they get the right sponsors and all.
But Subrata Roy Sahara, are you saying that the Pune IPL in April this year will continue to be sponsored by Sahara? Will you continue your association with the Pune IPL at least for this year, at least for 2011, so that 2012, so that the players are not left in the lurch? Will you continue your association with Pune IPL?
If really needed, I will not give a second thought to it also. That's the highest priority in my mind at the moment, that by any way they should play.
Okay, so you're making...
Because it's not only players.
You're making an important thing. You're telling CNNIBN that you will continue to support Pune IPL team. It will continue to be called, it will be continue to be identified with Sahara at least for this year.
Even I do not know what will happen in future years also. It can happen anything. But this is for certain that this players should play. Secondly, Pune people are so excited for the first tournament there. It should happen there. It will happen there. We have to come out with some way. We are very flexible about it. And I'm sure when we'll say it, we'll amicably definitely come out with very good solution that these things should not be hampered.
What has changed suddenly in 3 days? Because on Saturday you were determined, saying that you are walking out of the IPL, you did not participate in the auction. Today you are saying on this program that you want Pune to continue to have an IPL team, that Pune will continue What has changed?
Even that day also I said the same. Probably you missed it. No. That day when I sat with the press,
yes,
I clearly said my first concern is my team and they have to play the match. Tournament.
Right.
It's right from the beginning it is in me.
No, but...
So there's no change in at all.
But you did not participate in the auction. You did not, you walked out of the auction, you walked out of the sponsorship of the BCCI. What has changed, Subrata Roy ji, that your critics will say that you were trying to blackmail the Indian Cricket Board. How do you respond to those who will say this was an emotional blackmail?
I can tell you one thing. Who is telling that we are going to join hands? Who is telling you that?
Yes.
Only thing is, anybody is coming out with certain things there, we have to welcome them.
Yes.
We are in civilized society. And we have to have give and take of respect should be there.
Yes.
I'm not concluding anything. I'm saying only one thing from the beginning.
Yes.
That my player should not suffer.
And
neither Yuvraj should suffer,
yes,
not my player should suffer. I declared right in the beginning, Yuvraj, he's like my son, he's such a great human being, he's a great cricketer. I have to see the player's point of view.
You have to see the players. I'm told, Subrata Roy ji, you are getting Saurav Ganguly, who is also with your team, to decide on the cricketing matters. Does that mean that will Saurav decide the Pune team, and will you continue to support this team?
I'll tell you. There was a question thrown on me,
yes,
that if BCCI is a fifth international foreign player,
yes,
will it solve the problem? Yes. I said I am not the right person to decide this question.
Yes.
It is because Mr. Saurav is captain, with his coaches, and even my son is involved, others are involved, they will sit.
Yes.
And mainly Saurav should sit.
Yes.
Because what will happen it has to be company's decision.
Yes.
And there is no question of, you say one thing, well, I appreciate what you are apprehending. We don't believe I hate emotional blackmailing. No, we don't do that at all.
Okay.
No question.
So,
but yes, we are not also rigid minds. Rigid minds. We are not rigid minds.
You're not rigid minds, but
not.
Sir,
because we have to.
But do you believe, sir, but do you believe that the way the IPL has been structured, it has gone against teams like Pune, that you said in your press release that day that other teams got certain benefits that you did not get. You wanted an extra foreign player, you have not got it. Do your complaints still remain?
I still repeat the same. The complaint is 100% there. Last year only I had said you should open the auction because there are 2 new teams and there should be level playing field.
Yes.
It is in the interest of the tournament, I had told them,
yes,
if all the teams are properly balanced, viewers will enjoy each and every match.
Yes.
It is good for the tournament.
Yes.
I wonder what at times people are taking it as a war or what, I don't know. It's a sports.
But are you saying, Subrata Roy Sahara ji, that there is no level playing field in the IPL, that certain teams are getting benefits which teams like yours, which are the newer teams, have been denied?
Today, minus Yuvraj,
yes,
we don't have one Indian player of the top 12 or 15.
Yes.
Not one.
Yes.
And we have to field 7 of them.
Yes.
Tell me that. Some teams have a 4 or 5.
Yes. So are you saying that teams like Chennai Super Kings and Mumbai Indians have got benefits that Pune never got? Is that what you are saying, that the older teams have got benefits that you have been deprived of?
Never deprived, that is true, because there was an open action. Last time it was 8 into 2, 16 players.
Yes.
16 best players were retained.
Yes.
We had nobody. Somehow Yuvraj was with us. Somehow.
Yes.
Yuvraj with us. This time we requested that if we consider Mr. Saurav's inclusion of 0.4 goals,
yes,
I said at least you should allow Saurav in place of Yuvraj and give us full purse at least, if not added purse. Without a full purse, what was the idea of going to the auction?
Yes.
I tell you very frankly, our team wanted to take Jadeja.
Yes. You are saying this.
My boys were.
You are saying it openly. Your team wanted Jadeja at the auction.
I'm saying it openly. I'm saying it openly.
Yes.
But with that purse, there was no point going to auction.
Yes.
But nobody was listening.
But the point then is, if the board has rejected what you have said, will you still go back to the board and insist that the auction be reheld? Do you want the auction to be held again?
Actually, I would have accepted any such negotiation. But I have to think twice. I don't know. I won't be able to do it probably because I've already announced huge social work with this money. And I cannot come back for my announcements. for my commitments to society and the country.
But
will not come back.
But Subrata Roy ji, you have also made huge investments in the Pune stadium. You have put 207 crores in a stadium which is now named after Sahara. You have put 1700 crores into the Pune IPL. You spent a large amount of money in sponsoring the Indian cricket team. Is all that, are you not worried about those investments? You have said earlier today that you want to continue to associate with Pune IPL. Or do you want some other corporate to take it over?
We will, others will take it over, and we will save money on yearly basis, and that money will divert for those very big plans we have already announced.
But Subrata Roy ji, suppose the cricket board says, okay, you can have an additional foreign player, or you can have one of the marquee Indian players. Will you then be ready to rejoin the IPL?
Believe me, I'm not in a position to give any answer to it. Believe me, I'm not in a position to give.
So it is all open?
On me.
Are you open to negotiation?
On me.
Are you open to negotiation?
On me, negotiation is not done by me. I do not understand this subject at all. Right. I hear from them, I'm telling you.
Right.
I'm not the person, I'm involved into that. So I'm not the person who can comment on this issue.
Are you hurt and angry today?
I have to say one thing.
Are you hurt and angry after your long association with the game? Do you feel the BCCI has treated you unfairly? Are you hurt and angry?
I will definitely say this, not in one issue, number of issues, they have really not given a minimum respect which we deserved. You see, in the first bidding of the IPL 2008,
yes,
only a manager's confusion.
Yes.
He went to the documents and the money or whatever, 24 hours late, but 24 hours before the bid was to be open.
Yes.
Do you think Sahara didn't deserve to get that little consideration? On technical, that's it.
So are you saying that the BCCI has been biased against you right from 2008, not just now in 2012?
I will not say they're biased against me. No.
Right.
They have to think really their duties.
Sir,
not only towards Sahara, towards the cricket, towards everything. I tell you, it's a problem with our DNA also. I can see in the entire system in our country.
Yes.
That people are getting big cheers. They are so fearful.
Yes.
They become so covered. No, I can't do this. It will go against me, etc., etc.
Sir,
it's not only BCCI I'm talking about.
Sir, you have said in this program.
Sir, they are also one of them.
Subrata Roy ji, you have said in this program that you don't want the players to suffer. But if you don't support the Pune IPL, because the IPL is starting in 8 weeks, the players will suffer. How will you ensure that the players play if you don't continue to support the Pune IPL?
My path in front of me is not open.
Right.
I cannot say, I cannot comment at this stage.
Right.
But this much I can say, I will do all possible things so that whether Pune or whether Sahara or anybody,
right,
that the tournament should be there in Pune and our players should play.
How would you
have to achieve somehow?
How do you respond to this, Subrata Roy ji, that actually this is a business decision? You have realized you spent too much on the Pune team. You've realized that it is not worth that much of value, that the corporate environment has changed, that you don't want to spend so much money. That's why you're withdrawing from this. It was a bad investment to put so much money in the Pune IPL. Is this an investment decision or is this?
Dilip bhai, I always, and the whole country takes you a very, very intelligent person.
Yes.
I didn't expect this from you. In one way you can see,
yes,
company is losing its glamorous quotient.
That's right.
I think you'll agree with it.
Yes.
And going for social work with 1,000 crores. And still asking this question.
No, that's what I'm saying. Do you think that it is better? Do you think, Subrata Roy ji, it is better to put your money in social work today? Do you think it is better to put your money in social work today than to put so much of money in cricket?
If I'm putting much more money in social work,
that's
with
right,
1/4 of the money, I think company would have got all the image and brand image out of cricket 100 times more than social work. You will agree and appreciate that.
No, do you want the glamour of the IPL? Do you believe that the glamour of the IPL has limited value? Has limited value? Real value is in social work. Is that what you are saying?
No,
that IPL has very limited value.
I'm saying, I'm not just the reverse.
Yes.
I am saying cricket sponsorship and IPL is much, much more glamorous.
Yes.
From the brand image point of view.
Yes.
Much more.
Yes.
No comparison. Social work, whatever, we are doing so much. Do you know that what kind of social work we do? We are in the villages with 50 of the medical men. Nobody is doing so many things. Nobody knows it also.
But do you think IPL is a bad investment today? Do you think IPL is a bad investment?
No. It is a very good investment.
Okay.
Very good investment.
Let me
It is a very good investment, but...
Yes. Yes. The question that I will continue to ask you, do you feel then that the way the IPL is structured, it needs to change? It cannot continue like this, where some teams get the benefits that others do not. Otherwise, the IPL does not have a level playing field, and anyone who replaces you also will continue to suffer. Is that your fear?
100% right, because it's the viewers.
Yes.
Everything is going on viewers. Viewers should enjoy.
Yes.
And viewers can only enjoy if all the matches are tough.
Yes.
If it's one-sided kind,
yes,
nobody will enjoy it. IPL will become weak and its charm will go. Right from the last year, I'm saying this to everybody.
There will be those
There
will be those who will say that, Sahara Shriji, that you wanted benefits that perhaps the IPL could not give you. You were asking for a change in rules. They could not oblige you, and that was the problem.
No, I didn't ask any change in rules. Yes. You tell me one thing. Even we knew it from long. BCCI people knew it long about Yuvraj's condition. Yes. He was going through chemotherapy. As a responsible citizen, as a responsible guardian kind of his, I cannot allow him to play so fast after chemotherapy.
Right.
So I was telling everybody last 1 month, not I, my team was telling, do something. There's silent on this. Right. Anybody is going out with the chemotherapy, this rule is silent.
So this was not an overnight decision. This was not an overnight decision. You had informed the board of the problem much earlier.
Oh, it is going last 1 month.
Last 1 month.
And that night also, third night, I talked to BCCI president. My son and everybody was there in Bangalore, yes, talking to all the seniors. They waited up to 9 o'clock.
Right.
Some national justice will be there.
Right.
And didn't come. I will request you one thing. Through this platform, I will appeal everybody. Sports should be taken as sports, yaar.
So what has it become?
It's not a business war. It's not a war.
No, it has become. Are you saying that it has become a corporate war where other teams, whether it is the Ambanis, the Malias, whether it's Ambani's, Malias, India Cements, are preventing you from growing? Is that what you are saying, that it has become a corporate war?
No, I will not say that. How they can be blamed? They cannot blame for anything.
Right.
It is the BCCI who should take care. If BCCI gives me an opportunity,
yes,
to get all its best players,
yes,
why shouldn't go for it?
Right.
BCCI has to take care of it.
But
in the interest of the tournament.
But the thing
is, such a good format it has developed.
But are you upset that there is a conflict of interest? For example, N. Srinivasan is the BCCI president. He also has an interest in Chennai Super Kings. Do you believe all that must end now? That it needs to have the IPL must transform itself, needs to start again in a new way with new rules?
I should not comment on that, but one thing I will say here.
Yes.
That third evening when I was talking to Mr. Srinivasan,
yes,
he was nice to me and he said, I'm so sorry to hear that you want to withdraw.
Yes.
But since I have a team, probably I could understand. Since he has a team, he said, I'm away from these decisions or discussions.
Right.
I'm at Chennai, I'm not in Bangalore. What I couldn't understand, because he felt that he is having a team, he should not involve into this thing. But he's the BCCI president, he has to involve himself.
Yes, right. I get what you are saying today. I want to ask you in conclusion, are you going to read, when you say that dialogue is going to begin, negotiation, I'm told it's beginning on the weekend, are you still hopeful that in a week from now, maybe you will return back to cricket, maybe your anger will have become, your hurt will become less, and you will return to the game? Am I to understand that? Or that chapter is over?
It is not anger, it is not hurt.
Yes.
It was. And it was hurt more than hurt. It was so much of disrespect throughout. So we are there for the last 10 years, 12 years. And I don't want to raise points. Even in a match in London, our family could not get few seats there. So all such things I don't want to raise. You see, in any relationship,
yes,
There should be give and take of respect, give and take of genuine duties.
You're
saying
the BCCI would not even give you tickets to matches.
No, it happened once. I don't want to raise those points. But those things happen.
Let me ask you again, sir. Are you open? Can we expect Subrata Roy Sahara to be there in the first week of April supporting the Pune team? Will you continue to be with Pune team? Will you continue to be the sponsor of India, or is that chapter over?
Sponsor, I am not in a position to say anything at the moment.
Okay, and Pune IPL?
I'm not in a position.
And Pune IPL?
Pune IPL, I can only say one thing. We'll do everything that two things should happen.
Yes.
Our players should play and there should be a tournament in Pune. These two things has to happen, and I'm sure when we'll sit together, we'll come out with a good, some decision, some conclusion, something for this year. We'll do something.
Okay, so from what you're saying,
sure it will come out.
So from what you're saying, I can see you at that first match of Pune IPL in a stadium which has been named after you.
Yes, I'll be there. I'll be there. I will definitely be there.
You will definitely be there.
Whichever team is there.
And you're assuring the citizens of Pune that their IPL franchise will play 2012.
I'm assuring you two things.
Yes.
One, our players will play.
Okay.
Two, tournament will be in Pune. These two things I'm assuring. Whatever we have to do, whatever I have to request them,
yes.
I have to beg them from them, or whatever I will have to do, I'll do.
Okay. Subrata Roy Sahara, I appreciate your joining us. You've been very candid in this interview. Thank you very much for joining us and telling us where you stand on this issue. Okay, that was the Sahara chief, Subrata Roy Sahara, perhaps in his most candid interview yet, making it very clear that he intends to support the Pune IPL in some form or the other. The players will not suffer, he insists. But at the same time saying that when it comes to sponsorship of the Indian team, that chapter appears to have closed. That's it on this special interview. The news continues here on CNNIBN.